Hello. Uh, will you please tell us your name and a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, this is Heidi. I I don't know where to start. I was having issues recently. Well, actually, for the last 4 years, it got really bad with these entities messing with me. Not like normal spirits, because I've since I was 7, I've been able to see different spirits and stuff, and this was different. It's like a dark matter energy. I just could feel it all around me, and the house was so heavy, and um, I don't even know where to start because it was like a horror flick. I mean, it was like so crazy. At night, I'd hear that it sounded like the ceiling would like explode, and then I'd hear like walking down my steps, and that would happen like most of every night. And wow, how do you explain so much phenomena?
Now, this happened from when you were a little girl?
Well, no, I've been able to see spirits since I was a little girl, but I've never had anything. I mean, it's just in the tent on my bed. That's. I always knew those were spirits. To me, what I've been dealing with recently was entities, and that was the last 4 years.
Okay.
And so it just started with the doorknobs moving in my house. Just slightly. Everything's real slight, but I could feel this kind of a jittery frequency in my body too. I don't know how to explain it.
That's okay.
Yeah, things just. I'm kind of like. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time here.
That's
Maybe you
okay.
should like interview me a little more than.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, just take a few deep breaths. I know it sounds like it was a very traumatic experience for you. Um, what did you do to try and, I guess, stop this from happening? Did you
Well,
try anything?
yeah, I tried almost everything. I had my house saged. I had a Catholic priest come to my house and bless it and do an anointing on me, and that kind of made things worse, actually, to tell you the truth. And I think it was my unwillingness at the time to change, or unwilling. I wasn't able to change at that time, I guess.
Okay.
But I think the clearing was the most important thing, and I was wondering that too, if that was what I needed, what would be the ultimate.
The ultimate thing to stop all this?
Yeah.
Now, did it affect you physically?
Well, I have Lyme disease, and for about 8 years now, it's chronic, and it made things so bad. That's where I got to the point where I had that seizure. And the last thing I saw was one of these dark matters, these entities I was talking about. And that was,
Okay.
after that, that was when your husband started helping me. You guys started helping me.
Okay. And that's literally just been like maybe 10 to 12 days ago.
Yeah, yeah. It affected my health so bad. I was bedridden for, I'd be okay for a month and then be down for 2 weeks. And then it was so sporadic. And I know that it was these things causing it too, to make it worse.
Okay.
I feel like they were just attracted to me or my house. They would follow me wherever I went, though. And it was not like it would stop. It was just nonstop phenomena during the day and night.
Did it affect your daughter?
She knew kind of to stay strong for me, I guess, and that's sad to say, but it it affected her to see me in the shape I was in, and I wasn't able to be 100% there for her like I should have been. but now that's all changed. I mean, I can tell everything's completely turned around.
Okay, so
It's
since
not like I
the
wasn't there for her, but I wasn't there 100%, like I should
got
have been.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so since the clearing work began, what
Uh-huh.
are the changes that you started to notice taking place?
Well, it's pretty wild because the well, the night that the night before there was a couple nights that things really got bad before um, the clearing, and that was a nightmare that I had. And I mean, the things kept getting worse and worse every night, and activity got worse and worse. It's hard to even go into the depths of um, insanity that this stuff can cause, and it's really strange trying to talk about it, but I feel like, you know, I need to get the story out so other people can get help too that are in my position,
Right.
and that they can, you know that there's help for it, because before I felt helpless. I mean, after doing all the stuff that I did to try to you know, all the praying and everything I did to try to get help, it felt so helpless, and I just had a feeling that I needed to talk to somebody that was professional and knew what they were doing. And so anyway, but the 2 nights before the clearing, the one night I had this nightmare where this thing, and I know it was this entity I was talking about, it like picked me up out of my bed and pulled me to my ceiling and then dropped me, and I woke up screaming, and you know, everybody in the house heard me, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of embarrassing. But the next night, this thing, it kept waking me up every single night. I mean, I could barely sleep, but this thing came to me, and it went underneath my sheets and was pushing my whole body up through the bed, and I could feel its head-like thing on my feet, and it was like a furry head.
Wow.
And I was screaming my head off, and I was awake at this point, and I could still feel it pushing me, and I could still feel its fur on its head, and that that was it. I felt like I was going to die, and I turned on the light and stopped, but it scared everybody in the household again. And the next night it was like the last night. It came up, and I woke up, and it was like standing next to my bed, and it was like just this black fuzzy looking thing, and it was like it was about to touch me, and I screamed at it, and then it just disappeared. But those those that was traumatic. That was really traumatic, because I mean, I could see everything in detail, and I could feel this thing, and it's like you almost become it whenever it's so intense, and you can sense it so easily, like it's right there, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it.
Oh, no, you're doing a great job. As far as I'm concerned, I'm getting quite the visual out of that. So now that's before the clearing took place. What
Uh-huh.
happened after the clearing work? The
Uh,
initial clearing work was done, because I know it's been done a few times for you already.
yeah, the first night, it was the first night I've been able to sleep through the whole night, and I slept hard. And there used to be, every single night there used to be a mist that would come into my room, like a black mist,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it. It was a shape shifting thing. Um, and I could feel it every night. I mean, even during the day, it was around. It's always whenever I'd fall asleep, it'd start pushing me, and it attacked me several times throughout the last 4 years. But I didn't feel it as much anymore. I felt like it was like kept from attacking me, and it gave me a
Okay.
chance to physically get back to normal after I had that seizure too. Um,
So do
and
you
then
still see it?
no, it actually I haven't seen it at all. And I'm like, so this thing comes to me every night and every day. And I know it was trapped in my house. And at all the things I've tried, it was like, I had no hope left. And then finally it's like, it's just crazy that I believe 100% now, in God and getting help, and that it's real. I always doubted everything before. And I'm so glad that I see this, because I know so many people that need help too.
Okay.
And I've always understood parts of this, of these phenomenon, because of seeing them since I was little. But to me, there definitely is a difference between spirits and entities. And spirits you can easily to me you can get rid of, but entities I feel like are like glue, like they stick to you and they don't want to let go. And it takes other people to fight for you too, sometimes, I think, to get back to normal, because sometimes you need other people to fight for you. I was one of those type that I'm like so strong, I don't feel like I need help, but obviously I did, and I was about to collapse. I did collapse, actually, and with that seizure. But yeah, that's.
So now, Heidi, the clearing work was done. You no longer see this entity. You had a great night's sleep, it sounds like. Have you had any other changes, physically or
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just start with that question.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like a new person. I mean, I'm happy again. And I was miserable waking up every morning. I knew I was. I knew it wasn't normal. But I mean, just the changes just within a few days are amazing, and I'm so excited to see, what can happen in the future too. And I'm amazed. I'm
Okay.
really happy.
And how about everything in your home?
My home is like my home again. It's I can see why I was so terrified, and why I was so my home, just the heaviness when you walk in here, and other people felt it too. I have everything recorded too, from what was going on in my house, and people could see the stuff too. I mean, there was kids that wouldn't even stay the night here, because, and my house isn't creepy either. It's not creepy looking. It was the feeling here, and that's all gone, and it's like a brand new. It's like the sun is out again, and it's a brand new day. I mean, it's given me a fighting chance. And I didn't have that before. I had no hope.
Wow. Well, thank
Yeah.
God for that. Since the clearing work as well, you said that you've had Lyme disease for 8 years. Has the severity of that feel as if it's gotten, well, I'll just say, has the severity of it changed at all since the clearing work started?
Yeah. I was having these headaches so bad, that I thought the headaches alone were going to kill me. And it's like, I don't know, everything's so different. It's hard to put in words, because I haven't felt this way in so long. It's just, I have a new chance again. I wanted to believe it was real, that people, can help you. Other people can help you like this. And I guess I was skeptic about it, even though I've seen my own share of everything. It's like, it's hard. It's so hard to explain.
Yes, I understand, especially when you're been through something so traumatic, and then trying to be able to verbalize it is not always easy to do.
Right.
So have the headaches still continued?
No, they're gone. I was having a headache every day, and I was just a step away from going to the hospital. But I don't like dealing with the hospitals, because they just they 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 don't really do anything. They just kind of throw a band-aid on you. And this just was like a deep healing, like in my soul roots. Like it just kind of, like I said, get up and fight again, and here's your chance, and I'm going to keep everything that's bad away from you right now, so you can start again. I don't know if that sounds you know,
Yes. Yes.
sounds right to you? I mean, I don't know.
Absolutely.
It's hard to verbalize.
Yes, because I don't know what videos you've watched that we've posted, but a lot of times these entities,
Uh-huh.
no matter what kind they are, the shapeshifters like what you saw, any kind of demons, any just lost souls hanging around, when they possess us or attach to us, they like to try and influence us as much as possible. And one of the things for me that I can, talk about is that normally when there's an attachment on me, I get really bad headaches. And that's
Oh,
all I know. It's a trigger for me. I have to get work done. And I'll just go and tell my husband, you know what, you need to check me. Or all of a sudden, I might get a really bad attitude and I'll be like, hun, you need to check me. And
uh,
sure enough, there's something there. But as soon as it's cleared, the headaches are gone. Whatever attitude was there is gone. And it could be any part of the body. All of a sudden you get a pain and you're like, wait, that's not normal. That was gone before and now it's back. That's when you know something is off.
okay.
So just for you to know for the future as we continue on this journey, because this is still the beginning of your journey.
Yes.
There's a lot more work to be done.
As much as bad as it was, I mean, I already feel amazing. I hope to feel even more, amazing in the future and see how, because I've had that I saw the video about the negative mindset, and I've had that for a long time just because of the attachments, and it makes you just doom and gloom, like everything is just bad. And
Yes.
you forget how deep you get into that because of these attachments, that they just make you feel just hopeless, like you can't do anything right. And they'll actually do one thing after another on you. They're so hard on you, and they won't let up, and it's just, I feel bad for other people that are in this situation too right now, because I know
Oh,
there's a lot.
yes, there are. And that's part of our mission that we're on. We want to help as many individuals as possible so that they can
Yeah.
feel like you do and realize who they truly are and how much power you have as an individual.
Yeah.
So, this is a great journey. Now, in your house,
Mhm.
since the clearings have taken place, you're feeling better. Has anyone made comments about the feeling of the house? Because you talked about that earlier, being really heavy. It used to be really heavy.
Yeah. Well, there hasn't really been anybody here
Okay.
that you know noticed it before. There really hasn't been anybody here but me and my daughter and her friend, and her friend is real little kid, little girl. And but no, it's just, we can all tell, everybody,
Hmm.
we all know it's happier, and I'm happier. And gosh, I mean, my poor little daughter, it's not, I was never mean to her and never put her through anything, but what she had to see me go through, um, it just breaks my heart. And I really appreciate you guys for helping me with that,
Well,
because
it will continue to improve.
okay, yeah. I mean, she's a great little girl too. My little daughter. Oh my gosh, she's so amazing.
Okay. Now, you also have pets.
Yes,
Did this entity or any of because there was a lot of stuff in your place. I'm not going to go into all the details. You knew the one, but
yeah,
there was a lot there.
uh-huh.
Have your animals' behavior or anything changed since the clearing?
Um, my well, this is so strange to talk about, but my I had this on recording too. My rabbit, um, one of my black rabbits was he 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 runs around the house,
Hmm.
and when this was going on, he, I would put him on my bed with me at night because I was so scared, and he would just like run around and act like he was just fighting off something. And I know that sounds crazy, but
No.
um, he was it was like he was trying to protect me. And so I let him, left him close to me on certain nights when I was by myself, especially. And he ended up one day I had this bad feeling, and I went downstairs and looked in where he hides, underneath my shoe rack. And his eyes were, I know rabbits have glowing eyes whenever you put light on them,
Hmm.
but his eyes were glowing. There's no way possible that his eyes were just glowing like this, and it wasn't. I mean, he was, I don't know, it was crazy. And so all the pets seem happier now.
Okay. That's a good thing.
um yeah, little Chihuahua, she was having a hard time. I think they can kind of feel the vibe coming off me too. That was coming off of me.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Well, just to let you know, animals, they can be protectors. We had a cat at our old house when we lived in the Chicago area, and her name was Snowflake, and she literally was a protector for us. We were told that, and she fought a lot of battles. One of the things that took place on our end was that there were some individuals who were trying to do some black magic toward us, and the entities would normally they attach them to cats because cats are an easy means to transfer this energy around. And at night, our cat Snowflake would always want to be outside, and we'd always hear cat fights at night. And we were told that that's because she was fighting off these other cats who were being sent with these entities and things to try and attack us. So what you're describing makes total sense to me. It may not have been something that anyone who listens to this will have ever heard of, but that is an actuality.
Well,
so
I have a lot of cats too that I've recorded in this house while the worst of this was happening. I had a couple sitting up on the table that I recorded, one underneath my bed that I caught it in the middle of shape-shifting, and it has like an actual beak on it. I mean, I have all these recordings, and I don't really show anybody because I don't expect anybody to understand the situation,
right,
unless they were in it. But there's a lot of, I think, cat-like creatures that come with, like good ones and bad ones that can come with this.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed, you're right about that.
yeah.
Okay, is there anything else that you'd like to share about your experiences or how you're feeling now?
I just wish I would have done this, or found you guys a few years ago, because it's hard knowing online who to trust and who not to, and to take the chance, and I believe in God again now, and that's so important, because I know you and your husband helped me, but I know it was through God.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
yeah, and that was something I was kind of losing faith in badly because of what I was going through. And
Okay.
yeah, so I'm a believer again, and it's like God kind of like picked me up by my shoulders, like, what are you doing? Kind of shaking me off, and it's like I feel a new person again.
Well, fantastic. Thank God for that. And thank you for
Yeah.
doing this interview with us so that we can continue to share different experiences that could help other individuals who might be wondering, is this for real? Can I really be helped? Because I've been dealing with it for so long. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, I hope more people, open up and reach out and get help for themselves too, because I don't think any other way would have worked. It hasn't. So, I mean, it hadn't in any other way, you know what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, so I'm just I'm so amazed, and I want to thank you so much for everything.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.